Oh my God.
Ever wondered where in America you're most likely to cross paths with a ghost? These aren't just campfire tales. Each of these places has real stories, real witnesses, and spine-tingling history. From eerie whispers in abandoned hospitals to phantom footsteps in presidential hallways, these haunted spots will send shivers down your spine. Let's count down the top 10 most haunted places in the United States. Number 10, Waverly Hills Sanatorium, Louisville, Kentucky. Built in 1910, Waverly Hills Sanatorium was a treatment center for tuberculosis, then a deadly, incurable disease. Though rumors claim over 60,000 died here, historical records suggest closer to 8,000 deaths. The death tunnel, used to discreetly transport bodies away from patients, is said to echo with ghostly footsteps and distant voices. Visitors report disembodied screams, cold spots, and shadowy figures drifting across hallways. The fifth floor, once reserved for patients with mental illness, is notorious, especially room 502, where 2 nurses are said to have tragically ended their lives. People have reported hearing a woman's voice saying, "Get out," and seeing fleeting shapes dart into the darkness. Number 9. St. Augustine Lighthouse, Florida. Standing since 1874, the St. Augustine Lighthouse is both a historic landmark and a hotbed of ghost stories. In the 1870s, 2 young daughters of a lighthouse worker drowned after a construction cart accident. Visitors and staff claim to still hear their playful laughter and see small shadows darting in the stairwell. Other spirits are said to roam the grounds, including the original builder, upset over a land dispute, and a former lighthouse keeper whose ghost is accompanied by the faint scent of cigar smoke. Nighttime tours here are especially unnerving, with footsteps echoing on the spiral staircase long after the last visitor has left. Number 8. The New Jersey Pine Barrens. Deep in the New Jersey Pine Barrens lurks the legend of the Jersey Devil, a winged creature said to be the cursed 13th child of Deborah Leeds, born in the 1700s. With a horse-like head, leathery wings, and piercing screams, it's been a part of local folklore for centuries. Sightings peaked in 1909, causing mass panic, school closures, and newspaper headlines across the East Coast. Farmers reported finding livestock slaughtered, while travelers claimed to hear its unearthly cries from the trees. To this day, hikers in the Pine Barrens sometimes speak of feeling watched, hearing wing beats overhead, or catching glimpses of a dark figure darting between the pines. Number 7. The White House, Washington, D.C. It's not just the living who reside in America's most famous address. The White House has been the setting for ghost sightings since the 1800s. Abigail Adams has been seen walking through walls with her laundry. Thomas Jefferson is said to be heard playing the violin, and Andrew Jackson reportedly haunts his old bedroom. But the most famous spirit here is Abraham Lincoln. His ghost has been spotted by presidents, prime ministers, and staff. Winston Churchill claimed to have seen him while stepping out of a bath, and Queen Wilhelmina fainted after answering a knock at her door and finding Lincoln standing there. Even today, some staff members refuse to enter the Lincoln bedroom alone. Number 6. The Whaley House, San Diego, California. Often called the most haunted house in America, the Whaley House was built in 1857 and has served as a courthouse, theater, store, and private home. But its history goes back even further. The property was once the site of public hangings. The ghost of Yankee Jim Robinson, executed here in 1852, is said to stomp heavily through the halls. Members of the Whaley family who lived here and suffered multiple tragedies are also believed to linger. Visitors have reported music, the scent of perfume, and even the soft bark of a phantom dog once owned by the family. Many say the staircase is the most unsettling place in the house, where you can hear footsteps that never reach the bottom. Number 5. Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. The Battle of Gettysburg in 1863 was one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War, with over 50,000 casualties. Many believe the soldiers never truly left. Visitors report hearing the clash of weapons, gunfire, drums, and desperate cries for help. Especially at Devil's Den and Little Round Top, where the fighting was fierce. Some claim to have seen full-bodied apparitions dressed in Civil War uniforms, often appearing confused or asking for directions before vanishing. Sachs Bridge, believed to be the site where Confederate soldiers were executed, is another paranormal hotspot, with glowing orbs and the lingering scent of pipe smoke attributed to General Robert E. Lee. Number 4. Emily's Bridge, Stowe, Vermont. Officially known as Goldbrook Bridge, Emily's Bridge carries a dark local legend. According to local stories, Emily was a young woman who planned to run away with her true love. But when he never arrived, her heartbreak turned to despair, and she ended her life on the bridge. Since then, strange things have been reported here. Drivers claim to find long, deep scratches on their cars after crossing. Pedestrians tell of hearing whispers, footsteps, and even their names called when no one is around. Some say they've seen a shadowy figure moving through the bridge or felt sudden cold chills, even on warm summer nights. Because of the disturbances, local authorities have limited nighttime visits, but that hasn't stopped curious travelers from testing their courage. Number 3. Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, Illinois. Near Chicago lies Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, a small, neglected graveyard with a massive reputation for the paranormal. Over 100 sightings have been reported here, including strange lights, vanishing cars, and ghostly animals. One of the most famous pieces of evidence is the 1991 photograph of the Madonna of Bachelor's Grove, showing what appears to be a woman in white sitting alone on a gravestone. Some believe she searches for her lost child, wandering the cemetery on moonlit nights. Others claim to have seen a phantom farmhouse that appears in the distance before vanishing into thin air. Number 2. Savannah, Georgia. Savannah has earned the title of America's Most Haunted City, thanks to its long history, tragic past, and abundance of preserved historic buildings. Bonaventure Cemetery is a favorite ghost tour stop where visitors tell of hearing whispers near the statue of Gracie Watson, a young girl who died in 1889. Homes in Savannah are equally eerie. The Hampton Lillibridge House has a history of driving residents away with locked doors, moving furniture, and dark apparitions. The Sorrel Weed House, featured in Forrest Gump, is rumored to be haunted by the spirits of a betrayed wife and her husband's mistress, both of whom died under mysterious circumstances. Number 1. The Stanley Hotel, Estes Park, Colorado. Built in 1909, the Stanley Hotel became world famous after inspiring Stephen King's The Shining. Its real-life hauntings, however, are enough to give anyone chills. Guests and staff report hearing phantom piano music in the ballroom, believed to be played by the hotel's original owner's wife. Room 217 is the most famous. King stayed there in 1974, and visitors claim it's haunted by a maid who once survived an explosion in that room. People have reported lights turning on and off, luggage unpacking itself, and ghostly figures standing at the foot of the bed. Other haunted spots include Room 428, where a cowboy appears in the corner, and the underground tunnels, where staff encounter shadowy figures moving silently through the dark. From the echoing halls of abandoned hospitals to the eerie quiet of centuries-old cemeteries, America's haunted places carry both history and mystery. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, these sites are sure to give you an unforgettable experience. Which of these haunted spots would you dare to visit first? Let us know in the comments section down below. And if you enjoyed this countdown, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more spine-tingling stories, and tap the notification bell so you never miss our next adventure. We will see you next time.